Welcome back. Well, there you have some scenario playing themselves out in Rivers State. That's what we're focusing on here today. We're joined now by Mr. Olanrewaju Suraj. Thank you for coming on again today.
My pleasure. Good morning.
Well, looking at how this is unfolding, I mean, those who are both hangers-on, onlookers, all worried at how this is playing out, especially it has to do with elections, politics. And some already raising some fears. Look, is this what they want us to think, that this is how it will play out when the general elections come up? What's your assessment of this scenario?
I think it's high time again, and that is one thing I've tried to do in the most recent time, to call Nigerians' attention to all these unconstitutional acts and constitutional breaches and that are playing out across the country. Unfortunately, the current government seems to promote, encourage, and support unconstitutional act and illegality. Listening to the commissioner of police, speak now on the documentary that was just shown on your stations, it tells you how much the law enforcement officers are either ignorant of the law or consciously violating the laws of the land in a bid to protect and promote a certain interest within the system at the expense of the country. Without fear or favor, it's obvious that if care is not taken, the disintegration of this country is likely actually to start from Rivers State and not from the Boko Haram. It's obvious from what we've just seen, beyond the fact that a senator, a serving senator, not to even talk of just anybody, which is wrong, to have even shot any Nigerian, at a rally, is a serving senator was shot with either a rubber bullet or even a live bullet.
Yeah, but as we speak, I mean, you saw the image of the senator there.
Yeah.
But as much as that was what we saw, I mean, the image we saw on TV, there are those who just say, you heard the police commissioner say, look, we didn't use live bullets on anyone. We didn't use, he said it was tear gas.
Yeah, but I think they also admitted that it was a rubber bullet that was used. And then
the commissioner?
I'm not sure.
He said no live bullet was used.
No, I said rubber bullet.
He didn't make reference to rubber bullet. That's the thing.
Yeah, even in the report, it was said that rubber bullet was shot.
According to what they said on the floor.
On the floor, and then there was also like a canister or a shell of a used rubber bullet, which was shown on the documentary just now.
Was that a bullet or tear gas?
No, that was a rubber bullet. I mean, it's that small. But the whole hoodwinking you could see from the commissioner of police is to the extent of saying there was no application for permit to actually hold rally. There's nowhere in Nigeria where you need to obtain a permit to hold a rally again. It was a decision of a court, a competent court of appeal in Nigeria, that decided that the demand for permit to hold, police permit to hold rally is illegal. It's a violation of the Constitution. Now let's take
it up a little further from there, because if you listen to the commissioner, he says they have applied for several permits.
The fact that they applied,
let me put the question in so you understand it. He says they've applied several times and they've granted them. So if they know, assuming they do, that, look, you don't need any permits to hold your gatherings, why do they consistently apply for permission to hold their rallies and then the police grant some and don't grant some?
No, let us not encourage in this unconstitutional act.
We're asking a question, not encouraging it.
No, I'm saying I'm coming down in response to you. The fact that the man said they have applied, that is his words against theirs. They have not even confirmed that they have applied in instances that he mentioned. That is one. What you need you see, what I'm saying is this. Let us understand the fact that these people have a right under the Constitution to hold a rally without the police permit. So the fact that they have called the police a due consideration and notify them to say, we need your protection to ensure that this does not degenerate, that does not in any way breach their right to actually hold the rally without notifying the police.
Do we call it a notification? Because the gentleman who was speaking there said, look, will write to the police. So what do they do exactly? They say notification or seeking permission. No, because sometimes if the police says, no, you can't hold this rally, everybody backs off.
No, that is the infraction that we're talking about. That is a violation of the law. The police does not have the right at any time to stop you from holding a peaceful rally. And all you need, for the fear of, in situations like Rivers, where you can have an opposition coming in to either create a mayhem, a breakdown of law and order, is to notify the police and say, we are having this. And what the police will do is to guard you and guide you from infiltration out from outside the people who are holding the rally.
But
so the fact that
Rivers State, for the past few months, Rivers State has been in a tumultuous state, so to speak. It's been like disturbances here and there. Why would you want to hold a rally in that kind of situation?
No, why won't you hold a rally? Rivers State is not Adamawa, Yobe, or Borno, where a state of emergency is declared. You've been seeing rallies in support of either the president, in support of either the minister, against the governor. And then why would you now say there shouldn't be a rally in support of the governor? You can see what he was.
He didn't say there should be a rally in support of the governor. He says, why would anyone want to hold a rally?
That's what I said. I said there has been.
You said, why would you say to
No, I didn't say him. I said, why would you? Is it the one holding the rally?
I said, the one who asked the question.
I didn't say, why would you ask the question? I said, why would you hold the rally?
Plus, you now go to hold a rally in Obiakpo local government area. That's like the center, the epicenter. If it's in an equity, they say the epicenter of the whole situation. Why there?
Yeah, it's interesting. You know, everybody contests for space, the political space, and that is where it is important that we don't. And like I said, it is not like Amechi is a saint. Let it be clear. For some of us, Amechi is part of the system. The 2011 election, Amechi returned almost like one of the most embarrassing votes for the president. Amechi also emasculated the space that even like the ACN where he is now, it was not allowed to operate freely. But then, it must be a space where you allow people to contest for the space, to show their strength, without making an hero out of Amechi, like the police are doing now, like also those in Abuja are doing now.
So you're implying that they are playing into his hand?
They are playing fully into his hand. And like I said, they've made an hero out of him. It's very interesting how, rather than allowing the rally to flow, and then it would have remained news for a few newspapers, they have now made it an international news, where the whole world is just looking at what is happening.
And you think this is not pre-planned? Because when you look at the sequence of events, there are other issues that have actually happened in Rivers State. And for some, well, I'll read you this. Someone actually observed from that particular video, and he says, well, the situation has become desperate. And he's also put a huge blame on the doctor, saying, how can a doctor allow himself to be used for dirty jobs? That noticed that Senator Abe was wearing a wristwatch while he was being administered a drip. Even a vet doctor wouldn't do that. This is from David. So when you look at all of this, now everyone is reading meaning to all of this, and they say these are stage-managed protests and stage-managed hospital scene.
No, you see, for me, it's very interesting, and that is where that takes us from where I said, you know, they are making heroes out of some of these elements. It is the fact that you have even gone there to go and tear gas their rally. You saw the commando style at which the police were disembarking from their pickups even ahead of the rally. It's just playing into the hands of people who would want to show that they are clearly persecuted. And the unfortunate thing is you see this conspiratorial silence either from also Abuja, where issues are not clearly addressed.
Why do you use the adjective conspiratorial?
It is conspiratorial to the extent that Rivers is part of Nigeria, which we have the Inspector General of Police who oversees the affairs of not only the police in Abuja but across the federation. And then you can see this a breach of the constitutional and judicial position on the freedom to associate and also assemble. without coming out